Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about licenses. Firstly though, I just want to address the elephant in this room. I said I'd upload and I said I was inspired, and for a moment there I just lost all of my inspiration. But it's 2021, it's a new me, so I'm going to try my best to achieve the goals that I've set for myself. I have a learners right now, and if you don't know what a learners is, in New Zealand there are 3 levels, and it's learners, restricted, full. A learner driver, you have to have your L plates displayed, you have to drive with a full licensed driver who's had it for 2 years. You can't drive by yourself. For a restricted, you can drive by yourself between certain hours. I think you can drive like your spouse or your children, and a full is you can just do whatever you want. You know, currently I'm in a learners. I got my learners in 2019 when I had my first job. I wanted to get it when I was 18, but my school didn't let me. When I was 16 I was supposed to get my learners, but my school shut down, so that didn't happen either. Yeah, there's been a lot of hurdles that's just not allowed me to get where I need to be, but that's why I'm putting it in my own hands. I'm gonna make my own destiny, and I'm gonna get my restricted tomorrow. When I got my learners, actually I failed the first time, and straight away, like, it was one question. If I got this one question wrong, it was finished. And I got the one question wrong, and it was the last question as well, and yeah, I was out. And so I like stood up, I went over to my mum and I was like, I failed. And then I went over to the lady who set it up, and I was like, can I please retake it again? And obviously I had to pay again. And I was on my last question again. I think it's 35th question. I think there's 35 questions. And it was my last chance. Like, if I got this question wrong, I would fail again. So I closed my eyes and I pressed a random answer, and I got it. And like, I thank whoever helped me and guided my finger to push the right answer, because I did it. And I got the day off work because my mum rang up for me and said I was sick. So I'm setting my restricted tomorrow. I'm so nervous. Like, you don't even understand how many videos I've watched, how many people I've spoken to, how many questions I've asked. And actually soon my sister and we're going to go for a practice drive, even though she's got her learners as well, but I think she'll help me. And the next time you see me will probably be before the test and after the test, but hopefully I can look back at this video and be like, I don't understand why you're so nervous, like, you know, because you got this. But yeah, guys, I'm sitting in the car, the driving place. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. And I just learned that you have to turn with both hands, so yeah, that's going to be a difficult one. I just practiced on the way here. Have not been practicing since I got it, my license, so you know, but it's 2021. And we've got this, I think it's a female instructor, so yeah. Okay, this is the next part to just the first section you just saw. It's a new day, I'm wearing new clothes. Yesterday I went and practiced driving with my sister for like 45 minutes. I was driving around trying to parallel park. I found out I can parallel park between 2 cars better than I can between 1 car. So that was great. I went to sleep at like 7:30 yesterday. I was so tired. I woke up at like 1 AM and then went back to sleep. And then I went for my driving test. So I arrived at the VTNZ place at 7 AM and there was a sign that said, if you're here for the 7:30 AM driving test, please wait in your car and an instructor will come and see you. So I did that. And then my instructor came and she made me get out of the car. I had to sign some stuff on her tablet. I got back in the car and she made me turn on my left and right blinkers, and then my left and right back blinkers, and then she made me put on my brakes so she could see all the lights. And then she asked me if I knew how to demist the windscreen. I demisted by turning on my aircon. I don't think my car has a demister unless it is the aircon, but I just said yes. I just was like, oh yeah, I do. Because she ended up saying if it does start humidifying, I would have to clear it. And so I just left my window down so our breath wouldn't fog up the glass. And then yeah, we got straight into it. I started maybe at 40 past 7, ended up finishing maybe 10-15 past 8, so it wasn't that long. It was less than I thought. I really thought it would be like just under an hour, but nah, it was shorter than I expected. She made me drive around. I ended up stopping at a red light behind someone else who was taking the test in front of us. She ended up making me pull over so they could carry on, because she said that if the person practicing in front of me makes a mistake, I probably would end up likely following that person and making a mistake myself. So we ended up waiting. We met them again at the stoplight, and she was like, wow, you're just too fast. So yeah, but she didn't say it was a bad thing. Honestly, it was all good. I was really worried about the instructor asking me when I U-turned that I am supposed to do a 3-point turn or I just do a U-turn. Like, I was really worried about that. So when she did ask me, she actually said do a 3-point turn, and then she asked me again to do a U-turn. So I was really thankful for that. I ended up getting 2 critical errors. I got 1 for speeding. So this is why I sped, okay? Well, I didn't speed, I was just so at the roundabout I was putting my foot on the brake as we were coming down the hill, but obviously it wasn't quick enough because I ended up doing 60 in a 50-kilometer road. And she ended up just telling me, yeah, watch out for your speed, you know, I don't want to bring this up or something. And then my second one was, as I was going around a roundabout, I pulled out too wide and I was on 2 lanes instead of 1. But yeah, other than that, she said my spacing was good, me checking my mirrors was good, my blind spots. But yeah, like, I really thought I overthought. Like, I was really overthinking. And I didn't parallel park. So every single car we would pull, like we would drive past on the back roads, I really thought she would be like, okay, now pull up towards next to this car and parallel park. But she didn't do that. She ended up just asking me to pull on the side of the road and then pull out when it's safe to do so. She made me do lane changes. And oh my gosh, so there are these 2 lanes and like there's 70. And so I'm riding 70 and she goes, turn to the right lane when it's safe to do so. There's a car right in my ass. So there's a car right in my trunk. And I'm waiting for it to pass so I can do it safely. And this car is just sitting on it. So I ended up putting my foot down and then changing lanes. My instructor laughed. She didn't say anything about it. She didn't write it up. So I think I just had a good one, although I did get told that she is a tough one. Like, a lot of people she's failed. So I honestly don't know. I don't know if I caught her at the right time or not. But yeah, she was a very kind lady. Like, we had a bit of a chat at the lights, bit of a yarn. Actually though, at the end of my test, we parked up and I bought her like a thing of chocolates to say thank you. People have asked if I would have given them to her if I didn't pass, and I still say yep. Because if you think about it, if you're giving it to her because you passed, then like she's gonna be thankful and grateful for it. But if you give them to her even though you failed, she'd feel a bit guilty. So I'm happy I passed. Yeah, there's not much to it. Just practice your driving, practice your distancing from vehicles, make sure you look at all your mirrors. I honestly, I don't know how many times I did. I think I looked at them consistently, like over consistently, because I would drive and then I'd look. Like, I wouldn't look at, when I was practicing for my tests, like yesterday, I was looking at all 3 of them at the same time. Like, I would go boom, 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 and that's 3 seconds without your eyes on the road, so that was real hard. So I made sure to drive, look at one, drive, look at the other, drive, look at the other, drive. If you can hear noises in the background, those are my nephews. Don't even worry about them. But yeah, just consistently look at your mirrors when you're switching lanes. Make sure you look over your shoulder, and just go into it with a positive attitude, because if you're confident in driving by yourself without an instructor, or with your mate that's a full licensed driver of 2 years, yeah, you'll crack it. Like, it's yourself that makes you doubt what you're doing. If you want more of these stories, if you want to hear stories, I have so many stories, guys, about trips I've done, things I've done, things I'm going to do. So if you want more of those, please like, subscribe, comment below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.